playing Valorant again. Update niya ngayon ng mga Defiance Act. Episode 8 Act 1. Ito yung may update na si Chamber. Mas mura na yung bala niya para dun sa skill niya na skill niya. Ano ba yung skill ni Chamber? Yung MP Headhunter. B5 pala yung button. So Headhunter. So mas mura na siya by 50. Dati siya 150, ngayon 100 na lang siya. Eh mas mabilis yung firing rate ng for the force niya. And then I think si Breach meron din yata siya. Matanda. Pero tingnan ko kung ano yung Breach. Breach. Never mind, ayaw niya mag-load. So, dito naman tayo. Doon sa store, lumabas na yung VTC team capsules. Ayan. Iba-ibang team ng VTC, mga pros natin. Lumabas sila ng classic skin. So, makakuha ka ng spray ng team nila. Pricey lang siya, pero 100 thieves. So of course DRX ito. Possible na sa DRX. EG Cloud9. Bagay ito kay Jet, right? If per nope. G2. Oh. Iba di ko na kilala. Ito, Global Esports, Boy, Crew. Crew. Babagay ito sa weapon na overdrive. Katana. I mean yung sword. Then sa Loud. Parang yung Viper. Ayan. Ayan naman magas na hindi yung mga sound effects nila. DRX. Ayan, HyperX. Navi. NRG. NRG siya kayo. G2. EG. Kamukha lang sila. Oh. What the hell? Same gun, bro. Oh. Siyempre Sentinels. Meron tayong ganitong ano eh. Hindi, Valorant pala yun. Yung sticker na item, yung spray. Hindi ko gusto yung card. Yung secret. Yung paper. Nice spray. What? Team liquid. This one's nice. Ano ba? Zeta. Sila yung mga 100 thieves para siyang baliktaran ng right. Right, so yan. Ayun, yung mga featured ngayon capsules. So sa esports naman, anong live ngayon? Anong team ang live? Ano bang araw ngayon? Ang date ngayon? February 22. So, Zeta and Team Secret yung lumalaban, bro. Check natin. Check natin. Kailangan hindi ko mapalabas. Oh my god. Kung nakikita nyo lang to, 13-1 versus Zeta versus Team Secret, bro. Icebox yung what do you call this? Wait. Hindi ko mapaano. Hindi ko mapalabas sa stream. Bawal ba to? Oh, okay. Wait a second. Ayun.
the world that they are dominant on Icebox, even though you haven't seen it for a while. But hey, it was really close against Gen.G just now, and now this is, I think, the biggest, we were talking about it, the biggest differential in rounds.
Yeah, just looking at it from a few factors. First off, again, I did mention how there's
so
no more
panalo yung Team
flashes
Secret
this way, Team Secret, which may have transitioned or translated into them able to successfully set up these wall plays with Indy, because you saw, I think comparing it to the match that they had with Gen.G, Indy wasn't able to really set up his walls as confidently as he was able to do in this one. Again, as Quack was mentioning, because of the executions and stuff, the setups that Team Secret did, and because of that, Borkum's wall, yada yada yada, I know. Zeta was forced to push into the utilities of Secret every single time, never really having solid foothold to work with. And you saw that with the Viper Pit that Borkum did, right? Depp was looking everywhere, hoping that maybe somebody from Secret peeks out, but no, Secret were just so contained in playing in their own zone that they couldn't really be bothered to do anything else in.
That's what it feels like with the composition. You can't initiate a fight. You got the Sova, you can get some information, but as we look at the score right now,
sino ba yung mga natira nila sa Team Secret? Si Borkum, si Jessivash.
You know,
can't really all do too much. He dies.
Jeremy bago ba to?
Yes, that's right. I mean, I think they had a lot of problems, and the only time Zeta got that one win was when Team Secret overheated on round 10, and they just charged in. I think it was NDG was just going up into up the ropes and just like he was there before Jeremy was even there, and that was the only time they lost. But I also remember this round following immediately after, like, okay, Zeta's got their momentum now. But no, Hiroran, he did a pretty cool shock dart on Jesse Bash, of all people, which was kind of like, oh, kind of cool. But then he whiffs, and it's almost like he knows, and I think this is where inexperience comes in. He knows how important it is to get Envy, and he's got this perfect shot behind him, and Envy turns around and manages to kill the last two remaining Zeta players.
Yeah, just to add to that as well, we're looking at Envy already, or sorry, not Envy, but Jeremy, that has gotten so much impact in this game. I'm looking at the stats real quick, and he's gotten 2 kills for the most part. So he's been able to string so many of these rounds to start with that, again, you just see it, how do you say this, convert so cleanly for Team Secret.
Yeah, there were a couple times he won some duels out against Depth too, that's crazy. I never would have thought that this would happen. I might have to swing my votes now after this game. But yeah, I mean, this is such an incredible Team Secret. It almost really does feel like they have warmed up past that game against Gen G. Now, maybe a little bit of the Zeta division, not really feeling it, getting to their own heads, the timeouts not working out. Nothing goes right in this map, and you could also say it's a little bit of that agent composition without having no flashes. Another thing that Team Secret does well is to use their opponent's walls against them. You know, you had this Viper, you had the Harbor, and it just doesn't really do anything because Team Secret just kind of bypasses everything. So Zeta Division, I don't know what it is. It doesn't work great. It doesn't feel great right now. They need a mental reset.
Absolutely, and going into Ascent, this is going to be really tough. Secret is also known to be pretty darn good in Ascent. Zeta is definitely shown historically some good plays on Ascent, but this is their map pick, so hopefully they have something there. Now, this is sort of a make or break for Secret. They need to win the series to stay in the game. But the thing is, for Zeta, with such a huge round differential difference there, if we, for some reason, get to a tiebreaker, this is what it comes down to, the round differences. And they lost so many there. So even if they win the next series, if it becomes a tiebreaker, I mean, they lost so many there. They have to absolutely come back in Ascent and the last and final map of this series.
It has to be a decisive win. That's the thing, right? And you cannot let yourself... There can't be any self-doubt, I think is what I'm trying to say. But then if you think about the past and all that, you know, as analysts, that's kind of what we want to do and talk about. Zeta Division playing against Team Secret last year in LCQ, they actually lost Ascent to Team Secret. They lost 9-13. I think they were trying out some kind of new composition. 10 was playing the duelist at the time. It was on a raise.
Do they play?
Didn't work out too well. I guess we can see that. They did play Ascent again during kickoffs right now against T1, and they did win, but it was a 13-11. Yes, of course, it's the classic composition we all know. Sky is blue, nothing's new, but it feels a bit labored. And if Team Secret is prepared for that, if Team Secret knows how to work that defense against a team like Zeta Division, I don't feel good right now.
I mean, if they go in with the same strategy they went in with Icebox, which basically steamroll you with contact plays. I don't know how that's going to be working for them. In a sense, Zeta surely would be more prepared. Again, we do have a very different Zeta division this year. While both teams have their core like, you know, lead two players, I would say Zeta is still adapted more. They've changed more coming into this kickoff, whereas Secret is still Secret. And Secret has always been strong. So this has been working out. But Zeta surely, at this point, has some ideas on how to counter Team Secret.
Yeah, I guess that's just, you know, it's just boiling down to the rawness of some of the newer pickups for both of the teams. Again, I was mentioning how it just feels like maybe NDG is that player that's a bit too still, you know, pink in the middle in a sense, but this game that he has, you look at the highlights here, he's been like out fragging. He looks a lot happier when you look at the camera on his end during the highlights, right?
Depth that one round in the Viper's pit.
Oh yeah, so he basically translated to his team.
Oh my god,
I heard him flying around somewhere, so he just like immediately got his crosshair locked into where the audio cues were from Depp as Depp was coming into that Viper pit. But yeah, I think one of the things right now that we have to look at for Ascent specifically, since this is going to be that mirror comp, I mean, unless there's like, you know, but I don't think these two teams that are very much set in their ways and their strats will change up comps. which is this. It's going to be a battle, I think, between of how efficient the Odin threats are between Euron and Jesse. Both of them have really shown that in the matches that they played previously on Ascent here in Kickoff.
But, I mean, would you buy your friend an Odin if he kept asking you for it?
Come on, Chubby.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I mean,
look, I didn't make the questions
it's
for the
not
audience.
just friend, it's teammate and as a pro player, all right?
I do want to say,
completely different, you know, situation.
Oh, Secret, they're all friends with each other.
I do want to say, right, although you can talk about the Odin plays, the bigger thing for me right now is just Team Secret's attack looks really good, but because this was Zeta's pick, they are starting out defense.
All right. Thank you so much. We are going to go into our second game, Ascent. Is it going to be another Laban, Piñas, Paper Thin, and Will?
Well, with the pacing of it, I mean, I wonder if Secret even let go of their keyboards, right? I mean, that break probably just wasn't long enough for Zeta to wrap their mind around it. We were talking about it during the break.
Let's go.
Team Secret almost really made it look like Zeta was as slow
Team
as they
Secrets
were
are
last
Filipinos,
year.
right?
No
So
doubt.
we're rooting for Team Secret.
Didn't feel like the Zeta we've seen so far in 2024. So over to Ascent, a map where actually last year, believe it or not, a map that Zeta liked a lot last year and had some success on, that Team Secret beat them on both times they played on it. So this is going to be an uphill battle for sure for Zeta the rest of the way through today. And to make matters worse, like the desk was just mentioning, it is Zeta on the attacker side first, which is usually the harder side of this map.
Yes, yeah, especially in pro play. I mean, it's one of the maps that's been as consistent as possible in terms of which side is slightly favored at the pro level. But like you said, it is a comfort pick for both Zeta and Team Secret. Now, Talon did defeat them, crushed them in the very first match. But of course, Secret bounced right back. So Zeta cannot underestimate their opponents as they get ready for a site execute. Recon going to go through the spam to keep him tied up on the site, right on top of Quad.
Oh my god, they got Omen?
Drop down to
No.
Paranoia, and the
Oh, yeah,
flash is perfect,
Oh.
but it's going to be the trade for mid
Trade.
main.
Oh.
Site still taken over by Zeta as they have
Oh
a
my
perfect
god.
swing out for main.
Yeah, a great time push here out
2v4.
of the main door. NDG going to swap to that Ghost, has to clear the turret as well. Drone making it hard.
Behind you,
He's going
behind.
to drop down, but he's taken out. Jesse, though, responds.
Uran
1v2,
quite low,
1v2.
and sHuBbz-GaMiNg takes the first contact. It's going to be just enough health for Uran to also pop out. And it will be the spike planted as well as Zeta. I mean, as good of a start as you could hope for.
Yeah, and seeing some things here that we didn't really see too much of on the previous map, where there's some teamwork here. I mean, everybody's kind of, look at that. They're all looking at different angles. They're all covering their bases where they need to be going. And that's good news here. Obviously, Zeta already picking up a win against T1, which is a very strong team already in the playoffs. So certainly a much-needed start. Some Bulldogs, a Vandal, and that Ghost for Laz.
Yeah, and it's just going to be a bit of a shorty trap setup. No, eventually switch back to the classic actually for Jeremy. Over by Tree. And they will just wait. Has a fair good inkling that it's going to be that A hit, but
They don't have a
Zeta, they
healer
have the weapon advantages.
on
They
both
don't want to
teams,
rush
right?
anything. They're still waiting for any sort of lurk out of B at the same time. Wants this information.
Ooh.
Dep, if he's tasked with having to go through on his
Okay,
own,
we
this
have- they have
could be a
information
rifle
on
drop. Zeta has to be
Zeta.
very cautious. I am a little concerned given their positioning because it looks like they do want to send him in on his own. He will get picked off, and now Zeta has to fight to keep control of that dropped rifle.
Yeah, this is really, really tough. Jesse was also bouncing a shock dart and anticipating that timing so well. That knife going to delay any more utility from Jesse, but Zeta doesn't really feel like they have any options to get through this site. They feel like there's too much pressure here, and they're going to just have to let that rifle go, it looks like.
Well, Team Secret just going to hold on to that position. Does look like SugarZero might have picked it up right on that shadow step. So just trying to make sure I get the weaponry, make sure we still have the firepower
KJ
lead,
on
and
side
try to
B,
overpower
holding,
where it
and
should
I'm
be
putting-
weaker. Obviously, there could have been a gamble for Team Secret, but it doesn't look like it. It's just going to be a hold at mid doors of market. Uran tasked with holding that site. Try to make sure there's no early backup. The Nanoswarm gives him an idea that there is one member at market.
10 seconds left. Spike
Great
planted.
shock dart. So much damage done.
Oh my god, nangangalib na si Borkum
Swapping
sa
up a
kasi ano.
couple of those pistols, trying to get the best
Team
chance they
D.
can. Team Secret, they're just going to flood onto it. It is just
Oh!
forces in numbers, but they will get mowed down by the rifles. Bulldogs galore, and Zeta will get the
That was a
second round.
bonus round,
Nice
right?
job there by Zeta. Able to recover that rifle even. Looks like they might not be able to get it to it, but like you said, sHuBbz-GaMiNg stepping in and out. Gonna find the ability to keep things in check here for Zeta. So already finding more round wins here on Ascent than they did on Icebox. Our Zeta,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Yeah,
do
on
be like
Icebox
that.
was,
Yeah, it's
kung
brutal, but
nakita
it's a
nyo lang
fact.
kanina,
Yep.
it's
But
13-1
I mean, things
in
are looking
favor
a
of
little bit better.
Team
It's a
Secret.
good read
My
to
God,
pull off
13-1.
on that contact. You know, too much utility there. But Jesse there as well with that Sova. That gave them real problems on Icebox. So I imagine that's going to be something they want to try to avoid, is that impeccable timing of Jesse's Sova utility that he's so well known for, so renowned for. Now the one-way will be dissipating. And Zeta, once again, going to be seeing if they can find purchase on the A site.
Yeah, and because they see no one working off of that one-way, Zeta just wants to push up the tempo. They're doing the same thing Team Secret did to them, but Envy's ready for it. He eventually gets traded out. They haven't found Borkum, takes him down, left at 30 HP. With the Ghost, everybody pinged out so low as Jeremy gets the spray down. He cannot stabilize for the third, but Jesse Vash is already on the ground.
Well, there it is again. Jesse finds the perfect timing on a recon dart, spots everybody that's left on Zeta. It's a great push there, great execute from Zeta to get some space. sHuBbz-GaMiNg able to clear that space. That's a really nice combo there. The flash lands right as the recon dart is, so it makes it hard for Borkum to clear it behind Dice. But still, I mean, Jesse's just, he's on it right now.
Yeah,
He
I
is.
mean, the backup was there. And Zeta, sure, they tried to push up the tempo, and
Oh,
yes, it was a bonus, so
just
taking a
gonna
couple
dash, just
weapons,
gonna
sure,
dash.
maybe they could try to be happy about that. But given the round differential, I don't think Zeta's going to be satisfied with anything. But a clean match win.
Oh my God.
Going to be a fast push out, but it's not exactly a town squish. But Jeremy somehow gets to swing around with that extra flash coming in from Envy. The support is impeccable. Now stuck on an island. Team Secret has to choose to fight here. Jeremy is going to get surrounded. Depp trying to get the kill.
Oh,
with
nice,
the paranoia
nice,
is
nice,
good.
nice,
Jeremy's
nice
still
blend, bro.
alive for a second, and they just cannot clear him out just yet. Sure, they take out the backup, but now everybody out from B main. Jeremy's not the main threat. It's Jesse Vash from behind. Jeremy fighting for his life, and somehow this round is now a 1v1 in mid.
Winnable.
Some great trades back and forth.
And Huron does get the last kill. I mean, barely scraping away the round win.
Man, great plays on both sides here. What a setup for Jeremy. A little bit of a delayed flash after he pushes to the other side. You're expecting him to go really aggressive, really fast on those tiles crunches, but it's just delayed enough. Good paranoia there to back that off momentarily, but then this high-low setup, great timing on trading their positions is Zeta. So they're able to pick off those members that are still over in tiles well enough that they're able to just barely get through with that round win. And now both sides having their null commands. Jesse does have a Hunter's Fury as well. Already suspecting that a lot of pressure has been put at A. Maybe they're going to try and take a little bit of space at B early, but so far no contact for Jesse to use that shock dart off of the
They have
turret.
information mid.
Yeah, and a nice early alarm bot clear in mid as well. So Zeta taking this round advantage where they do have the score lead, the firepower lead as well, to start shaking up the default just a tad bit from Team Secret.
Ay,
Jeremy
parang
not
headset
backing away
siya.
from it, but it is a Marshall. He won't find that clean kill. And while it delays him just a tad, and they do have a nice spot onto Huron, if they want control of mid, they're going to have to push back out, and Jeremy gets just a little too aggressive. Gives Huron that sightline for the headshot.
Yeah, Huron launching a flash into there even. That might have helped him just a little bit in that fight.
Wala nagbabantay ng turret sa B.
Zeta,
Paano
they've
nila
prepped
malalaman meron ba siyang
all
ano?
5 members for a execute onto the B
Shoot!
site. Still quite a bit of time left. So
Imagine.
they can take it. I mean, sure, they don't have any information on A, but they still have that turret watching their back. The paranoia comes in. Jesse Vash just trying to hide away from the recon, and he does,
Oh,
and it's
whoa!
just enough
What the
to
hell?
make sure that he can get
Oh!
Deb a little bit uncharacteristic for the duelist as that
Oh! My
gets a
God.
triple with the Sheriff. Once again, a 1v1. There's just something about Team Secret's killjoys as they come out of market, getting these multi-kills. Borkum with a paranoia, just trying to cut that noise. Does have the Vandal, he hears the weapon swap. Last
Time.
has an idea, but he doesn't have the
10
plant
seconds
just yet,
left.
wants to stick it. Borkum
Spike planted.
going to peek out at the last second, he knows he's stuck, but Lawless will swing out and win the 1v1.
Wow, wow, wow. It's hard to play it much better than that for Team Secret with the gun disadvantage. They were so smart on that round. And again, it's concerning for Zeta because they don't seem to recognize quickly here. It seems like their comms are a little bit off today. You know, that hidden position of NDG. A lot of times it's Borkum lurking in that cubby. Team Secret really likes that spot. That's something that Zeta has to be aware of going forward. Now, Jeremy with the Blade Storm is going to cut funds, so just rely on that ult. Rifles otherwise. No ults used on either side in that previous round. One away from the lockdown is Laz. This could play for an orb.
No.
Could play to try to get that to at least force out potentially that Hunter's Fury.
Well, they're just going to really bump it up. Zeta, again, just sticking with that same mantra. The Hunter's Fury tries to keep them tied up at market. He gets the first tag. They're barely surviving. On the sentry. Now on the site, but haven't quite cleared it just yet. Laz, meanwhile, keeping mid control, but that's not an option to exit the site just yet. A 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, they know.
Fragment a little bit off, and now we have backup from Jeremy. He's gonna rise up, but he gets gunned down by Hero from below. NDG cannot follow through on the spray. The tracking just not there through the wall. And of course the Odins, the desk mentioned it, and Euron's the first one to bring it out. And now Envy all alone. If he can find Laz, there might be a shot. He's well aware of it. He hears the sound.
Spike planted.
Trying to take that advantage that they don't know his location. He finds Euron.
Nice.
Now prepared for the wraparound from Laz.
Yeah, I mean, Laz anticipating maybe he was in a different spot. They never identified where Envy was until he got that kill.
Oh, but Laz has the angle. He's waiting for it. He heard the door. And it's going to be the IGL once again getting another round win for Zeta Division.
Okay.
Where are we going this
Well, a
time?
great look here for Zeta on their attacker side.
Oh my god.
Now they've built up a ton of ults in rotation, so they have a really good opportunity to steal another one away from Team Secret. You've got the lockdown without the Hunter's Fury. It was drawn out there with that no command coming through. Jesse Vash felt like he had to pull the trigger on it before it got close enough to him that he had no other options with his utility, trying to just buy some time and space, hoping that somehow maybe you can fish out a kill. It's good enough that he gets at least the tag. Depp has to use that dash, try to get over it. I don't know how Depp got that one kill. He was already so beat up. He was at 45 health, took a shot of damage through the wall, still peeked out and got a kill before NDG got him.
I mean, just knowing the mission, right? That you still have to just somehow break into the site, whether you're bait or whether you get the frag or not. I mean, Depp continuing to smile again, something we're not quite used to seeing on stage here in Seoul.
He's in a really good mood today.
Yes, I mean, overall throughout this kickoff, it just seems like whether it's their performance or whether it's the team vibes or the communication, something has revitalized them. Same can't be said for Laz today, though, as he does feel the pressure after that just crushing 13-1 map loss on Icebox.
Yeah, we need some nices out of Laz.
Yeah, we haven't heard a nice today.
Exactly, we need that. And looking over at the weaponry here for Team Secret, there is going to be the op.
All in.
Yeah, they've got enough cash for the next round
Calling my boss.
that they can go for the half armor buys. So there's a Bucky in here as well. So somewhere Achilles is tilted.
Let's work on Achilles. Can it work on Zeta Division is a big question. It's going to be a setup for B main.
Boom!
Meanwhile, it's just default setup on A with the one-way. Now the op watching mid. We'll see if he finds any contact. This time Secret playing off of it. The paranoia, a little bit of a mismatch there from Borkum, and that means Secret will have to back off. Of course, not great weaponry either. So unless they got that first kill, that's not going to come to fruition.
Zeta's still thinking about this A hit, even after all that contact over there. I mean,
all that utility gone, right?
Yeah.
The paranoia not there to quite stop them. That's one of the best ways to hold them up in the choke point. And of course, only one flash drive left for Envy. So Zeta seeming to think that this is their chance to break open this A site. Obviously, things can still go very sour, as we do have Borkum holding close with a stinger.
And now they haven't really given over much info, but now Jeremy starting to peek his way through mid. Hasn't seen anybody crossing just yet. Depp with the blades, thinking about going somewhere. Bouncing some utility into the spawn. I think that might have been a shock dart to clear the alarm bot.
The potential alarm bot. What I would like is they're just making noise, right? Trying to tell them that they might have rotated, that they might pressure mid to make sure that they back away from the entrance of the site. And Borkum somehow still staying alive, but he can't find the kill. The Hunter's Fury trying to find its target. Eventually it will, and that will be the site broken open. Zeta trying their best to just avoid all casualties. Huron will go down, but that is the spike planted. Oh, not yet. We'll stick it now. I thought they were already sticking it because you might as well have, but
you knew it was going to get there.
Yes. I'm a little ahead of myself.
You're all good. We all knew it was happening.
let me take a very bold risk here and say they might even get the round win.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good with a Bucky and an operator. I mean, the operator is just going to be saved, so NDG just going to go to try and do some damage. I mean, the thing is there is some damage to Zeta's economy, so if you can get an extra kill here, Depp's only on 6 HP, so one pellet connects with him, and he's not feeling so good. But okay, well, Depp's just too good, too fast.
Knives are stronger than guns. Everybody trusts in the Valorant philosophy. Depp still on point. I mean, we got to remember, in that first map, I mean, seeing scores like that, right? Keeping up, competing for best ACS in a map where you only got one round win is absolutely nuts, regardless of impact of frags or not. I mean, Depp has been keeping up the energy here for Zeta Division.
Yeah, throughout all year. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Just such a incredibly talented player across so many esports. He is truly the greatest from Japan to play FPS. I mean, he is out of this world, and this year is just another step in that direction. I love the way he's playing. He's been one of my favorite, if not my favorite players to watch so far here in Pacific.
Yeah, a lot of charm and aggression as well, something that obviously was always missing from Zeta Division. So now trying to back that up with the rookies, Yuran and Hiroran. We'll see if they can continue the lead. We see the buys on Team Secret. Operator, of course, saved over. Now Jesse will have to stick around with the Sheriff. But a couple else to play with. I mean, if there's a round that Team Secret can bounce back on, it has to be this one. But there is a risk taken. Borkum planted in wine, holding on to that paranoia, and Envy is ready to swing with him.
Yeah, they tried it last time. It was identified by Zeta and dealt with.
Yun!
Here again, another one-way smoke to try to set up. The pings are coming down from Zeta. They flash right underneath it.
Nice
That's cute.
pop flash. Drone's still not used just yet, but Zeta's very wary of it. They want to just draw out all the utility. The 0 point pings 3, and that's the paranoia drawn out. That's exactly what Zeta wanted. Now that utility's gone, they cannot use it to delay the push once again. And he has to from the shadows out as well. So much value lost. Backup has arrived, though. Envy now watching Trio alongside Jesse Vash. It's going to be the null command, trying to make sure that the entry is just a tad bit slower through that smoke.
30 seconds left.
Still have that lockdown in play as well for NDG. He's starting to slide over towards this side. Two members of Zeta trying to flank.
Oh my god, 20 seconds left, bro.
Set up for the hit. Yeah, it's got to be fast.
Yeah, now that the no command has ended, this is the moment. If they don't get the initial frags, it's going to be rough, and Envy gets the first kill. It's going to be the hold from NDG on Tree as well.
Ooh.
And that is Borkum cleaning house.
That was good, bro.
The plague of the timer catches them once again as they give the second round to Team Secret.
Yeah, this is a great adjustment here from Team Secret. A very similar look at the beginning of the round, but the follow-up this time is a heavier rotation towards A, expecting that. We showed the exact same thing. Paranoia flash is used early, and we're just going to send Borkum back early, you know, right behind Dice. He's able to... Whoa, Borkum.
All right.
That is some fancy shooting there.
Oh.
And you're able to keep the lockdown as well.
Exactly. Very important round. You have the lockdown. You now have the Odin in hand as well. You've basically got the full arsenal that you would want. Jeremy does have to give up mid position, but Alarmbot's still there. It's pushed up a little bit. So Depp will have to shoot it out, giving away his position.
Oh, yeah.
Secret sending an aggressive drone, trying to regain control of mid. And during all of that, a push out of B main as well. Secret, now they are the aggressors, taking over so much map control in the first 30 seconds of this round.
Yeah, let's see if Laz is ready for this. He's tucked himself behind the corner. Turret is cleared. He doesn't push off of that. And with Jeremy with the pop, and he's got him.
The timing, and you saw the ping as well. He was ready to swing. It's always just a little weird that a Phantom would solo push out of B main. And Laz has the read, the experience coming through, but the push not stopping for Zeta. Envy will cut off the backup with that fragment. They did hear the jet go through, though. I don't know if he has, now he does. He's watching for Evan, trying to plant himself over in hell. Jesse Vash will hold on Tree, so keeping his teammate alive. KO hiding in the site. They haven't quite identified it. Depp finds him. He's low, but he finds one more kill. Another pop flash trying to land. The spike is now down. Laz tries to push him out, but he's already repositioned Laz with a nice flick around, but it's just not good enough. Sugar Zero, can you be the hero? Not this round.
Good patience from Team Secret. Envy winning such a crucial battle underneath Hell, just waiting for Depp to drop down the whole time. And Depp, when he drops, it's just a great re-peek. Jiggle there initially from Envy. Depp kind of pre-fires and isn't ready for the follow-up. Jesse there Johnny on the spot with the Odin. Oh, and he
that's
catches the feed as the door is closing.
That's rough. I mean, even after that, sure, the angles looks great for Team
I'm out.
Secret, but that's just salt in the wounds. cHuBbz-GaMiNg with great support with the Odin. And while, 6 rounds, Zeta already feeling like they had a decent start, they had such momentum, so it's going to be a timeout called as now Secret has stabilized everything from, gun economy all the way to ult economy.
Yeah, I think now you've got to start working a little bit towards the center of the map here for Zeta. They started out that round, but because they missed the initial clear on the alarm bot, it forced a dash out of Depp where he had to leave those stairs right in mid. And then they were kind of scratching their heads a little bit, thought, okay, well, Depp got so deep there that we got to try to go to A. We've got this great angle for him to set us up. But Team Secret was fine with it. They were prepared for it. They mentally had players ready, and that was able to be dealt with rather quickly. So nicely handled by Team Secret. Zeta now finally not able to come through with a full buy.
Just Sheriff's in hand and a Hero Vandal.
And an Ares?
And an Ares. I mean, it can still fire back. It looks like they are just set for a B hit right off the rip. Ready for the spam through as well. Here at a bit of a different angle here for cHuBbz-GaMiNg, trying to catch them off guard, trying to catch the bulk of them if it was a rush. So Secret seems to have a read. I mean, 3-man stack on B as well. The Nano Swarms to make sure they can't get in. The Recon is on point and he's spraying down. Yeah, you can't come through here. This is way too risky, Deb. You might be the child of God, but you eventually are mortal here in Valorant. That's going to be the shock dart. Pushes them away. And that's the Hail Mary shut down Jeremy. Holding close, could be a risk. He's been spotted, but he gets one, gets two.
Down mid.
And that will dwindle the numbers. The Vandal's still in the hand of Depp.
This crossfire.
Envy's ready for it. He's able to stabilize, and that's just the round cleaned up. 4-6, and what looked like a one-sided first half, no longer.
Yeah, it's really good reads now. Good communication from Team Secret. Anticipating the way that Zeta wants to work the map, the way that they want to move around, and able to shut it down nicely. I mean, Jeremy, that second one is really nice. This follow-up through short. I mean, you know exactly where they're going at that moment. You saw them crossing mid, and you can just line it up. Not much left for Zeta to do there.
No, well, it's looking like a potential another crunch here, or at least faking it out for it. It's going to be the Odin, and that is so many people bunched up, not finding a kill, has to back out of the Nano Swarm. Thought he had a little bit room behind him, but now he's stuck. They know he's here. The smoke to try to survive, but Depp will just get the peak. An unfortunate death for cHuBbz-GaMiNg, but he did sprinkle a lot of damage onto Zeta Division Borkum. How much can he do? They're trying to find him, and Uran's ready for it. They heard the shadow step. It was a 50-50 already. Cross angles covered.
Now you got to worry about this late lurk from NDG. Still sitting on this lockdown. He's had it for quite some time. Uran just going to pick Envy off. Getting a little bit ahead of things.
Oh, surely. The retake not able to find success. I mean, especially with the Jet being spotted. NDG will pick up the Odin. Now, they do have the creds to go for it, so we'll see. You got to imagine that the lockdown will be saved up by NDG, but any damage you can do, Zeta very low on credits. Take away a couple guns, and that might be a weak last round of the first half. Jeremy's going to go for the drop, and he finds the flick onto one, clears the other with the shorty. That allows NDG to enter into the site. Spike already ticking down, so Jeremy preparing to exit, but damage still trying to be done by NDG, and they'll find two more as well. That 33 weapons fraud for Zeta Division. And Uran, can he get out in time? Jeremy's trying to run away with the op. Everyone will get home safely. And Jeremy is back exposed. Eventually, he almost got the swing around there at the end.
Jeez. Yeah, some nice attempts here from Jeremy and NDG. Put a lot of damage in. You saw the creds on Zeta not looking so good coming into this last round. I still think they'll be able to scrape together most of a buy, but it was a little bit dicey there towards the end. And yeah, you have to cut one gun away from Sugar Zero with just the Sheriff.
Yeah, mostly still favoring the armors as well, so just going for that. Of course, half armor on Hero Run, but he's not the first line of entry.
Oh my god, that's so aggressive.
Oh! And the pings are so good for Jeremy. The spray, double-edged shot. Now, that wasn't the main force, but it's already 2 members down. No smokes for Zeta. to defend on the post plant. They're going to activate the null command. They need to find whatever kills they can, but the KO goes down. Depp, 37 HP alone on the site, gets picked off. That's all down to Laz against 5 members. He finds the first, 4 more to go. He's aware of the flank, but samahan wins it. And it will be a 5-7 stabilized half for Team Secret.
Yeah, again, a great bounce back here for Team Secret once they started to kind of figure out and keep Zeta at bay and really mirror their movements, cut them off in rotation, things like that. Really started to turn this half around for them. Some great play calling, some great utility usage again from Jesse. I mean, that last round there is another Jesse special with that recon dart coming out into Gelato. The players out there are just stuck trying to dodge Jeremy. There's nothing they can do. It's being seen through those smokes. Hello.
Well, the official broadcast here, the viewing party for Zeta Division. Regaining some joy, it looks like. Can't imagine it looked similar to that during the first map, but now in the lead in the first half. On ascent, 7-5. Not the lead they were hoping for, given the dominant 6-1 lead they had, but they'll take whatever they can get at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you'll always take a positive score coming off of your attacker's side. Now we got to see if Team Secret get some of those classic executes set up. I mean, again, my eyes are on that Sova of Jesse. He's having a ton of impact with his utility here. Is the rest of the team going to be able to get going behind him? Seen some good moments from Envy.
Yeah, they're
Borkum spray
firing today. And like you said, I mean, a lot more utility impact today than some of the previous matches for samahan. Zeta Division also, I mean, it looks like they're going to start on a 2-1-2 default, but do they have anything else up their sleeves on the pistols? It can be so crucial when it's just all the way up to 13 for each map here.
I'm kind of wondering if this is like a fake towards long A, and maybe they cut through short, or excuse me, cut through mid and go maybe towards market or something.
Could be, trying to be aware of that potential mid push too, I would assume. So common for a lot of teams towards the end of last year. A pop flash into B main, they'll only find the turret, eventually clears it. But that gives notice to Team Secret that it's a heavy stack onto B. You heard the flash, you heard the ghost, you heard the footsteps, and now it's the entirety of Team Secret entering onto the A site. They stop to pop the nano swarms, waiting on tree, seeing if they can cut off the reinforcements. Main still smoked off. They have jumped up. It's just a matter of Zeta. Are you aware of it at the time? Huron swings back around, but he cannot beat the main forces. And now, 2 members of Zeta hidden in hell. They've been surrounded. They're going for the drop, and it's going to be sHuBbz with a double. He has to go for the reload. 1v1. You hear the reload on reverse. Borkum gets taken down much lower with the shock dart. Just trying to keep him scared. He's looking at the wrong angle. 22 HP versus 56. Just one right click is all it's going to take, and Borkum will spam him down through the crack. And Team Secret get the pistol.
Oh boy. That was so close. sHuBbz doing everything he can from hell to get Zeta back into that round. And I like the way that Huron uses his shock darts, never over-peaking to give Borkum a chance to finish him off. And then it's just bring around the rosy trying to guess where players are. And Zeta kind of realizes it might be window, looks away momentarily, and that's exactly when Team Secret stepped out. So the timing there, working against Zeta Division.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like Huron maybe overthought it a bit, right? Thought that Borkum would go for the entire wraparound dice. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Borkum who wins that out. Another round for Huron to kind of look back and try to gain some experience from as one of those rookies joining Zeta Division. But for now, he has to look forward as Zeta, working with an eco, 2 sheriffs. They have been favoring a lot of these sheriff buys, whereas many of the teams have now kind of regressed back into just classics only to save up those creds.
No doubt. And I think for Zeta, especially in the hands of a player like Depp, you're willing to give him a little bit of extra comfort, a little bit of extra room to pick up some kills, get some alt orbs flowing, get that incredible duelist potential he has going. Now, drone to check here for Team Secret, but all of Zeta is here. Maybe they can get something done.
They're ready for it. Can they get a nice little peek out of the smoke, though? Trying to make sure they have an entryway, but the paranoia is going to keep them at bay. Now, there's still 2 members in the site. One waiting on market, trying for the reposition. Borkum gets 1. Huron staying alive in the back of sight. That should buy enough time. The paranoia for support, but NDG will clear him out. The remaining members of Zeta, they haven't quite gotten into the site yet. They have been spotted. The spray down gets one. It's a trade for trade as Jeremy swings out, brings Depp down to 25, and that okay, Jeremy. A little bit of a performance trying to let Depp know.
Whoa, the 360. Oh boy. You don't see that every day in Valorant. That's a little trickier to pull off than in some other games.
Wow. I mean, today was the battle of all the duelists who have been topping the power rankings with all the stats and all of our own votes as well. And, you know, Jeremy just says, continues to tell Depp, doesn't matter what experience you have, I'm here.
Yeah, it's just...
What a show.
So funny. I love it. I just love that stuff. That's just phenomenal from Jeremy. You can see the confidence now for Team Secret. Right back in it. Dart to check. The rest of Team Secret is going to be playing back. So Euron going to see if he can maybe get somebody towards the edge of the door with the shock dart. Not going to be home. And now that Outlaw beginning to maneuver its way in towards Market to keep track of it. Everybody fanned out here for Zeta. Depp playing pretty far back. That Odin is on Euron. Trying to see if he could maybe earlier on get that rhyme that I didn't even mean it.
Yeah, well, Depp not quite aware that Jeremy had already made it through though. I mean, if you're gonna choose to play that far back, you gotta at some point just trust the alarm bot. Depp gets just a bit curious as they've spotted nothing. No information gained from B main, nothing gained from A, no reaction from mid. And Depp just feeling the pressure that he might have to get first contact, and he does find it. But on the end that he wasn't expecting. And now still alarm bot available so they can hold the 2-2 split for Zeta Division, but that does make the site quite weak. Paranoia on a timing will hold them back. Keeps Euron alive, the fragment. Gives away his position just a bit, so he's gonna have to reposition with a flash drive. Trying to swing a bit wider. Wants that first contact. Euron will swing out on a timing from B as well. That's already forced TS. Ooh. Oh, it's forced their hand, absolutely, as they try to rush in. They haven't quite cleared the KO. Eventually he goes down. 3 versus 2, last team to town. NDG, he's been quick with it. sugr0 shows himself with low HP. Another 1v1 here for Euron. This time it's against Envy. A long bounce onto that recon. Spike will go down. Euron's trying to hold the strike. He knows the exact location. He's trying to bait out the peek, and Envy's just too quick with the swing. Gets the edge shot, and Team Secret will overtake Zeta 8-7.
Oh, well, this looked like it was going to be a solid round here for Zeta. Getting a lot of good reads on different parts of the map. Euron finding Jesse. You know, Hirodon doing his best here to get out of danger, get to a spot where he can pick up a good double. But it's, yeah, they're ready, man. I mean, is Team Secret starting to feel that energy underneath them, starting to get their aim well established. It saw it on Icebox and it is right back in form after some rough rounds to begin, and it's Sheriff's Abound for Zeta Division here.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Full Sheriff buy, and these, I mean, they haven't really been bringing home the results, right? Sure, their creds, you know, when you consider the half armors and everything and the loss streak, yeah, they can still buy up, but at a certain point, you have to wonder if you'd rather just have more powerful rounds come through. She's not finding success.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to gamble here, especially on a defender side. On Ascent, you're thinking, well, okay, we can sneak out an eco potentially with these sheriffs. We trust in our players to be able to pull off those snappy sheriff shots. We see it typically, but today so far, Zeta has looked a little bit off overall. Yeah, Depp is still Depp, but outside of that, we haven't seen the typical Laz, the typical sugr0 maybe we were hoping for.
Well, we'll have to see it here, as it is just going to be a full site execute. A little bit of delay with the Paranoia, but they do dodge it perfectly, and Jeremy's going to get the first dash in. He does find the target onto Hirodon. That's the switch cleared. One way to make sure they can all funnel in, and that smoke just about to pop open as Team Secret will find sight of every member of Zeta Division. They get a couple of trades, but it's just not enough with this weaponry. And NDG picks up yet another 9-7 lead as Zeta Division. They're starting to run out of time.
No doubt. This is an even better start than Zeta Division had. 4 in a row for Team Secret. Zeta got 2, lost 1, and then got 4 in a row. Already 4 in a row now for Team Secret. You've got Smalls to play with now as well. NDG has a lockdown. Hopefully he can find some use for it a little bit quicker than he did in the last half. Still have that null command both sides of the coin. Depp's going to be grabbing that operator.
Yeah, the op is kind of the big part, but you have to imagine Team Secret probably just looking to avoid it as well with the ults you mentioned. You have the lockdown of the null command.
Standing ahead.
Find side of Depp. Obviously, he's the superstar of Zeta Division. Just flip around to the other side of the map.
Take flight.
Right now, they're just doing a little bit of exploring of B main.
Yun, may
Way
isa.
over on the other side. Expect the Sova to be over here. Laz trying to
Oh,
punish
oh, oh,
that a
oh.
little bit, but only gets a little bit of damage
Alam
into
mo pala
Jeremy.
yung ano ko.
Start to follow.
Yeah, they did hear that dash, and that's going to slow down the entry just a bit. They do still have the lockdown. They're going to activate the null command as well. Make sure there's just no chance that the lockdown gets taken out by any other utility. Now the operator has arrived, and the spray comes through from here around, but it's going to be a shot back from jechzyvash. But Depp lined up on the cross angle. He gets chased down, but Borkum can't finish the kill. Only 2 members left for Team Secret. Make that one, and Borkum gets the spray on one. He dodges the pop flash, but Huron will swing out for 4.
Yeah, so the
I
setup
need
here
close
initially
fight,
for
bro,
Team
close
Secret
fight.
popping both ults gives you some space,
Sana
but
manalo
it
yung
doesn't
Team
clear
Secret
that
para
alley
ganun na siya.
corner,
Tumuloy na
and
sa
they
next
don't
round.
use any utility to cover it. There's no smoke there, there's no flashes there, there's no mollies there, and that just turns it into a shooting gallery here for Zeta. It's either right on the outside of it. Sure, they use smokes to cover their side, but it's a lot more effective. The paranoia is a little bit late there. Borkum manages to squeak his way through, sure, but at that point it's basically
Oh,
round
bilis to
over.
flick na yun, bro.
And that's just a little bit of a
Get out of my
kind of
way.
leaves you
boy.
wanting for Team Secret. How about that? Look at Depp. He's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
you're gonna
ready for it.
you're gonna jump up and over, aren't you? Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, if he does try for it, he'll be very well prepared. Now, didn't see it at the start of the round, so Depp starting to have his doubts. He'll change his
Paano siya
sightlines
mag-jump
down to the
doon?
main
Ng
entrance
gano'ng kataas?
positions to
From
make sure he's
here.
not taken out too easily.
From sa wall.
Of course, Odin on the other
Kasi
side
wala na
as
siyang
well.
double
So
up
Zeta
draft.
Division just holding true with a 3-2
mag-isa lang
split.
si Deps,
Alarmbot
ano?
watching mid. And Team Secret trying to perhaps send this fake as the spike still awaiting right outside B, trying to hide from that drone.
Yeah.
Imagine, bro. Imagine. Binigyan din nila ng oras
to
yung
shift over
ult ni
to the
Jet.
other
Talagang wala na
side.
siyang kwenta-kwenta. May pagka
It's going to
nangyari
be,
yun.
I think, just Jeremy going in off these flashes, trying to really sell it, like you said, and then see if they can maybe. Oh no! They're going to come back.
Yeah, they're just going to back out. I mean, it does seem like the Odin spam just really shutting down any potential ideas. Now, they're still going to send the smoke into mid, but again, the alarm bot just not triggered. It will pull Hero Run back just a slight bit, especially with no one getting hit by the 0 point. Is that going to be enough for Team Secret? 4 rifles and a blade storm. Jeremy, he makes his way in. The op doesn't find the first kill. Jeremy into paranoia, but he gets out just in time, and he's going to take out Huron. He's trying to going for the pop flash. NDG now on the site alongside his teammate Borkum. No, sugr0 with a quick swing around. Spike being held.
Nice.
Will answer back.
One enemy
Just snapping
remaining.
shots on both sides. 2v1.
What is that bounce?
Well, I mean, it got the damage they needed. Laz wasn't quite ready for it, but he's been in this position before. Just waiting for the peek out, waiting for the impatience from Team Secret. You never know when a timing swing might happen. Tries to check for the jiggle. Holds close, but he's not going to get the kill onto jechzyvash, who will bring Team Secret the 10th round win.
Just
2 more
what a
rounds, boy.
push
3
here
more
from
rounds. 3
Team
more
Secret.
rounds.
These executes working a treat, and this is a team that used to scrim a lot against Korean squads. Did Team Secret back in the day, and that's got them kind of built into this team that can really dial up these phenomenal executes when they need to. I mean, Hirodon getting a little ambitious there, trying to go in for the big play. sugr0, I mean, stalwart on the side, a phenomenal anchor as usual, finding 3 big kills. But at the end of the day, it's not nearly enough.
Hindi
Combined
expect na
firepower in
mag-click siya lang ganun kalapit sa
Crisp
wala.
to hold that short A angle.
Buti nila na
That makes
nakuha
it
niya.
all but impossible for Laz unless he can pull off the artist there and go for that big play at the end, but not to be for Zeta Division. Down 2 rounds and out of timeouts after this one.
It took me a split second to understand what you said there about
The
pulling an
artist?
artist, and
Yeah.
then I realized it's because I wiped it from my memory with all the trauma that it caused.
Yeah, us Pacific fans try not to remember that
yeah,
moment.
yeah. There are some great memories for Pacific, and then there are some traumatizing ones. But for now, Zeta, the future itself is looking bleak as well, as they might be staring down a potential 2-0 loss, which would really dwindle, if not completely snuff out their chance for play-ins, just because of the potential for map differentials and round differentials as well.
Yeah,
But of course,
this is a must-win for both teams.
Yeah.
It's crazy how close it is already, and I mean, we knew it would be coming into today for sure, but the options start to dwindle here for Zeta Division, and it makes it all that harder for Gen G in their next match. You know, if this is a 2-0, then they have to 2-0
Yes.
as well.
Yeah, to make it even somewhat comparable, of course, the round differential, we won't even get to that. But a different setup here for Zeta. The Killjoy coming over to A to help buy some time. The turret will get first contact. That will cause both Nanoswarms to be popped. And then the 0 point to shut down the Bladestorm as well. Team Secret, they think they have a timing here, but it's only Jeremy in the site for now.
Nice.
Funneling through. Uran comes up with the stinger,
Ooh.
but it's just too long range. Step, can he get more than one? No. He will have to stop. 2v3, he gets the jump and the headshot
Spike
onto
down
Jesse
A.
Bash. Now, Bladestorm and a Sheriff, 2v2. It's against the Vandals, but the spike is down. So Depp buys time for his teammate to regroup onto tree. Door was closed. So Huron's going to have to reconsider that.
I mean, this is this puts the fear into you, no matter who you are, when Depth starts hitting blades like that with the speed and tenacity that he can go.
I mean, if they start the stick, it suddenly turns into a 2v1. He avoids the 0 point as well. He just wants to find a timing on the stick,
Spike planted.
but he won't get it. Now split positions. It's going to be NDG going all the way far
that's-
out.
that's-
with the
that's
turret.
a nice-
You
that's a
have to
nice
take it
turret,
out
bro.
with the Sheriff, and now they know the positions of both members. The turret lets you know about that heaven position, and it's just a crossfire setup from Team Secret. I mean, this is all up to Depp. He has to fly high and find a kill. The fragment onto below on Hell. But he's not on that side. They're gonna have to dash in. Depp trying to create a wider angle. Time ticking down. He just does not find a peak. Team Secret is just so patient on this hole. They find one position.
bro.
He needs to find whichever kill he can first. And NDG is just not letting go of it. The Vandal pickup, though.
No,
not something
no,
Secret
bro.
expected. Time, he doesn't have it.
Time,
He's
time,
just
time,
waiting
time.
for the last kill. And
Nice.
NDG will not give him that joy.
Yeah, it's just, you could never find the comfort there.
Yung torrent na yun, bro.
To
Laking
make
tulong na talaga.
that retake work, and that turret positioning really is what does it. It makes it so uncomfortable. The turret, the ultimate enemy of the blades. I mean, if knives beat guns, then turrets beat knives.
Yeah, robots beat knives.
Yeah, robots beat knives.
It's a little rock, paper, scissors here in the Valorant universe, because guns will take down robots.
Exactly, but I mean, I mean, a Team Secret potentially here
Two more rounds,
closing out their day on a very high note after such a difficult loss against Gen G. The unbelievable mentality they have to be able to come back
default?
after that and just really take it to Zeta Division. You know, take a rough
Yeah.
first half and turn it right on its head on their attacker
default
side
sila,
to
bro.
make it just look so good,
Alam ko
so
may ma-access
clean
lang
here.
sa skins yung mga to eh. So,
Secret are just
Ako
using
lang yan.
Zeta's habits against them. They know that Zeta now has to play with a little less confidence, and they will just wait for the 5-man push into B.
Corner,
and it's going
corner.
to be that null command coming out as well. Already on the
Both,
side,
both.
Jeremy finds Zero Run from behind. He's waiting
Bam!
for the up peak.
Oh my God.
Gets one. He's held these positions before. Backup has arrived. Can he get a second? He's holding on to Boathouse, but he's starting to get surrounded. The jump peak, the shorty, it's not enough to clean it up. And it comes down to Laz once again.
Spike planted.
Just how many times can the IGL of Zeta Division handle this pressure? Trying to keep the Japanese squad alive, you have to imagine this one's nigh impossible once again. Sakura Vandal in hand, but it's not going to save them this time as Team Secret will rise to match point.
Unbelievable. They're just
Match
dismantling
point.
Zeta
Oh,
right now. You know, Depp, he's stuck there. He can get that first one, but then he needs someone to bail him out. He needs someone else to find another kill to create an off angle that he can work off of. And it just didn't happen. I mean, Jesse Bash tucked himself right around the door. How many times have we seen that here in kickoff where you don't check a corner, you get punished instantly, and Team Secret loves to be a team that hides in those nooks and crannies. Have to be so aware of it. So everything in the kitchen sink here for the side of Zeta. They put their economy all into it. You do have the Outlaw, Stinger, Bulldog, couple Guardians. You have the Hunter's Fury for Yuran. But also Jesse Vash has a Hunter's Fury as well, and we've seen that he's so good at finding those opportunities to use it with his own recon utility.
Very aggressive with it as well. I mean, not just kind of timing based on luck, but really just forcing Zeta's hand. And again, somehow, Team Secret has hit Zeta so hard that they flew all the way back to 2023, just playing so passively, not able to find that first contact that they've been digging for throughout this kickoff.
Last round.
And perhaps they're just going to need another month or two to regroup, because after this, their chances looking nigh impossible. Of course, we'll have to run the simulations, but
I wonder if there's going to be a recon to check for Depth's position, because he's been up here a couple times, and if Jesse's got it on download.
I mean, they've punished it a couple times as well. Maybe not always with a kill, but they have pushed him away from it. Now Fragment onto the site at the ready. It's going to be a perfect set execute coming in, Jeremy. They hear the Outlaw once, and there's Huntress Furious just trying to clear things out. Uran will get that kill for himself, trying to keep them at bay, but the forces have still come through. And now Sight taking over, 2v4. Huntress Fury still alive for Jesse Vash, mind you. Team Secret will play this patiently, a little bit lax on that door closing, but still numbers advantage and the post plant available for the Team Secret squad. Door broken and NDG so snappy with it, and Jesse Vash will get the last headshot. A 2-0 victory, bounce back from Team Secret will keep them in contention for playoffs.
Unbelievable. And so for Zeta, now you're looking into that next match. And to get the win is already seemingly going to be very difficult with how tough Gen G was.
Yeah, I mean, and even then, I do believe Zeta's chances snuffed out. Not even getting a map win here, as Secret already has 3 maps to their name. Of course, we'll let the desk break down the possibilities there.
那刚才其实结束了第一场比赛，能够感觉到我们的这个揭幕战观众们的热情啊。是的，而且刚才包括像是安娜和Leo也说到了一个点，感觉现
Chinese? Mga Chinese team. Obviously, China. Kick off. Tapos sa Pacific. So, Team Liquid, Team Secret yung nanalo. That's good, that's good. That is good. Bakit ba tinanggal? Mag-ano pa sila eh? Ano ba yan? 7 PM, VCT China. FPS Nova. Tapos na rin to.
Grit, something just geared up going in the second half.
Absolutely. I feel like it was just that pistol from Orcam that really riled him up. It felt like it could have gone either way. And then as that kind of kept happening, everyone was just so confident already. Jeremy was taking so many fights early on with the Outlaw. He was challenging Depp at every point in turn. And then I think that just made Secret a whole lot more confident with their plays. You saw how many more setups Jesse Vash still had. And then they were just able to convert every single time.
That's right.
Conversion, that's the biggest thing to me. Again, we saw this a little bit on Icebox. I mean, Icebox was like a really different map, but to have it happen on a map like Ascent, a map that Zeta Division should be really good on. I mean, again, this is the map where Depp had like the crazy overtime. You got a crazy clutch, so many kills. But today, I don't know what it is. Like, how can you be losing the 3rd round, the bonus round, and you give that to Team Secret? Once that happens, the mental game is just lost.
That's right. Now, I did mention that the first half looked strong for Zeta, but you know, that data, the stats doesn't tell the whole story. Every single one of those rounds on the first half was actually really, really close. And EG was doing some really cool things. He was managing to, you know, get things down to a 1v1 against Zeta.
Yeah, and because of that, they were just able to follow up so well. Another thing I kind of just noticed here was not just NDG. I think Envy was also put into a lot of positions where he was clutching against the rookies, Huron and Euron. There was a point where I think the rookies were playing a little bit too predicted or afraid in a way. There was a situation where Euron was in 1v1 against Envy on the A side. He didn't really have to throw his recon dart. He already knew where Envy was going to be, but he still did. So Envy knew, he's going to be coming through short. I only have to wait. Euron was just holding an angle with the Odin, and it was just a game of patience and who would just crack under the pressure. And Euron kind of started to crack at the seams, and then just, again, continued and continued.
I chuckled for a second because like your Tagalog accent came out for a second.
Which one?
I don't know, just like a really little bit. But I mean, it's exactly true. I mean, that's basically what happened. I'm a little bit bummed bummed out because I had more faith in Zeta. But the way that they played just really felt so off, right? Like so many times, so many moments, like that clutch or that 1v1 situation. It felt like they were second-guessing themselves so much. They lost a lot of confidence, especially after that first map. And although they had strong executes in that first attacking half on the defense, Team Secret was that much stronger. We even saw a couple of rounds where Depp and I think it was Hirodon, they were like just paranoid, checking their back, thinking Secret might wrap around from behind me. But no, Secret's just doing normal stuff all the way in front. Yeah, so unfortunately lost.
So where does this put us now? Who's going to be the final team that joins PaperX, DRX, and T1? Now, the casters did point this out, unfortunately, because Zeta was not able to bring it to that third map. This is probably, it is the end of the road for them, even if they win in this next series. But we still don't know what the next series is going to determine is if it's going to be Gen G or Team Secret going into the final slot for playoffs.
Wasn't this like what happened in the Central Pacific with Scars and Bonkers, where they were like holding hands like this? You have to win for us so we can also qualify. So it's like Zeta with Team Secret right now. You have to win so we may be able to qualify.
Well, the same was for Gen G and RRQ last year as well. So it's also happened.
Shake hands.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to see the last and final series of today. And this is it, guys. This is the final series. See you soon.
Zeta and Gen G. Pagdasan ko kaya ang pinakatama.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, pinakatama.
Dalawa niya po sa mata po.
Alright, so we're gonna play a game. Hindi ko masyadong trip yung mga maglalaro. So, store natin Prelude of Chaos. Nandito pa rin yung Zero Fang pala. Nandito pa rin siya. And then yung Duo's Day. Prelude to Chaos. Hindi na ako nag-off. Parang yung nakalagay ng knife. Alright. Let's play again. Team Deathmatch muna.
Match found.
Bilis. Okay na si Reyna, wala na si Reyna, wala na rin si Jet. Let's pull around chaos.
I'll fight anybody. I'll fight everybody.
Ayoko tong map na to, bro. Piazza.
That's not ready. Time to jump.
Mayroon yung harbors.
Reloading. What?
Oh my god. Bad flash.
Reloading.
Mga kill.
I'll return.
Reloading.
Rainer's got the bloodlust going. Rampage.
That's not ready.
Yung na-flash ba ako dun? Siguro.
Stage 2.
Oh!
Back soon. Decoy.
Oh my god, no. My god, 0 kills pa rin ako, bro. What is going on?
Watch your eyes!
Hindi ako talaga tumatlat, man.
I have them. Reloading. I'll return.
New stage in
Naglalag ako. Nakakabusto talaga itong team deathmatch na ito, bro. Team deathmatch. Oh, ang baba ng FPS ko sa laro ko nito. Wala pag nasa stream. Yun! 1.
Still get it. Careful now.
Mali yung pagka-flash ko.
Jets on a rampage.
Reloading.
Ultimate ult.
Yung FPS ko nasa 50 lang, bro.
It's you and me.
Ba't ganun?
Back so. Deep one.
The hell?
10 seconds until stage change.
Ano mo? Ay, pinunti ko naman yung mouse doon. Mga basic, wala man ako na itutulong sa team ko. Grabe.
The hunt begins.
Ako talaga mount na to.
Lights out. Going up.
Grabe yung FPS drop niya.
Rift Walker's out. Tackle. Who's next?
Di pa napansin si Oro.
Get out of my way!
15 kills remaining.
I suggest you move.
Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god!
Cutting through. Fake teleport.
Ano laro ko, bro? Ano kasi, grabe yung... Baba ng FPS. Isa pa. Isa pang, ano to? Tingnan mas ba to?
Match found.
Yan, district. Oh my god.
They have no idea how heartless I am.
Maybe somewhere out there, there's a version of me that's forgiven a version of you. But not here. Not yet. Let the killing begin.
Focus. New
Ah!
Try again. Show me a target.
Ultimate orb.
Clearing out. Reloading.
Cutting their vision. Results.
10 seconds until stage change.
Hindi ko pindot. Hindi ko na pag-dismiss.
Gotcha.
Still in sight.
Grenade!
Breaking them. Dusted. Flash out. Free out. Blasting.
Charge your hats.
Still in sight.
New stage in 10.
Results.
Destabilizing.
For
Stage 3. Brainers got the bloodlust going.
Oh my god.
Blinding.
Stand aside.
Clearing out.
cutting their vision.
Charge your hats.
Oh my god. Ano pa siya, knockout na. Nine.
Get out of my way!
New stage in 10.
It's you and me.
Oh my god.
Freeze is on a rampage.
Cutting their vision.
Reloading.
What the hell? What the? May bisip ko? Baba. Kailangan ako? PS ko? Wala na, di na ako nakascore. Ay!
Still inside.
Focusing.
My. Oh shit. 53 FPS, 60.
Joke's over. You're dead. Stabilizing.
Mapaglaro na maayos.
You're done.
Reloading.
Still inside.
Reloading. Flash out.
Five kills left.
Oh my god. Natalo pa kami, lamang kami kanina. Alright. I'm gonna end stream na. Nabibisit ako sa FPS ko. Goodbye guys. See you next time.